The Mysteries of Mount Shasta. Rising more than 14,000 feet above Northern California, Mount Shasta has long stood as one of America's most mysterious mountains. With snow-covered peaks, it's very isolated, and it's surrounded by dense forest and volcanic terrain. The mountain has inspired centuries of legends, spiritual belief, unexplained sightings, and definitely some conspiracy theories. According to scientists, Mount Shasta is a dormant stratovolcano within the Cascade Range. To spiritual seekers, it is believed to be one of the Earth's great energy vortexes. And to others, it may conceal something far more unexplainable and far stranger beneath its frozen slopes. For generations, stories have circulated of hidden civilizations, glowing beings, UFO activity, portals to other dimensions, cryptid encounters, and a secret underground world buried deep inside the mountain itself. Whether these stories are myth, misinterpretation, folklore, or maybe something humanity has yet to understand, still remains unknown. But the legends of Mount Shasta refuse to disappear. Long before modern explorers arrived, indigenous tribes, including the Wintu tribe, Modoc tribe, and Shasta Indian Nation, regarded the mountain as sacred. Many tribal traditions describe the mountain as spiritually alive, a place connected to powerful beings and forces beyond ordinary human understanding. Some of these legends told of sky spirits descending onto the mountain. Others spoke of hidden realms within the earth itself. According to certain oral traditions, the mountain was considered a gateway between worlds. These stories would later become the foundation for some of the most famous conspiracy theories surrounding Mount Shasta. One of the most enduring legends connected to Mount Shasta is the story of the lost civilization of Lemuria. The theory emerged during the late 19th century after some writers and mystics proposed the existence of a vanished continent in the Pacific Ocean. According to the legend, Lemuria, sometimes called Lemuria in modern spiritual circles, was an ancient advanced civilization that existed thousands of years before recorded history. The continent was allegedly destroyed in a catastrophic event. It was often described as a massive flood or geological collapse beneath the Pacific Ocean. According to legend and believers, a small number of survivors escaped before the destruction. Their destination was Mount Shasta. The theory claims that these survivors traveled deep beneath the mountain, where they constructed an enormous underground crystal city illuminated by advanced energy systems. This hidden city is often referred to as Telos. Descriptions of the alleged city vary, but legends and stories, as well as believers, commonly described massive crystal structures emitting light and energy, advanced spiritual technologies, highly evolved beings living for centuries, underground gardens and ecosystems, telepathic communication, anti-gravity technology, and that it was a peaceful society existing separately from humanity. Some theories claim that the Lumarians had developed technologies capable of manipulating consciousness and matter itself. Others believe the city exists partially outside normal physical reality, hidden in another vibrational state or dimension inaccessible to most humans. There are numerous modern accounts from hikers and spiritual travelers claiming to have seen strange glowing entrances in remote areas, bright lights moving beneath the mountain, human-like figures dressed in white robes, individuals who appeared and disappeared suddenly, and unexpected harmonic sounds echoing from underground. No verified evidence has ever confirmed the existence of Telos or an underground civilization, yet the story has become deeply embedded in Mount Shasta folklore. Within New Age spirituality, Mount Shasta is often described as the root chakra of the earth, or, in some belief system, the planet's spiritual crown chakra. The theory suggests Earth possesses energetic centers, similar to chakras within the human body. According to spiritual practitioners, there are certain locations on Earth that emit unusual electromagnetic or spiritual energy. These areas may affect consciousness, intuition, dreams, and/or perception. Mount Shasta is believed to be one of the strongest energy vortexes on the planet. Visitors frequently report feeling of euphoria or a heightened awareness, sudden emotional experiences, vivid dreams and visions, unexplained electromagnetic interference, and sensations of vibration or humming. But of course, there are the skeptics. Skeptics argue that these experiences may result from altitude effects, suggestion and expectation, isolation in nature, or geological magnetic anomalies. But believers insist the mountain contains a unique, energetic presence unlike anywhere else on Earth. According to conspiracy theories, the alleged Lumarian civilization learned to harness crystal frequencies. Crystals beneath Mount Shasta generate powerful electromagnetic fields. These fields may explain strange lights, compasses malfunctioning, and altered states of consciousness. The crystal network may function as an ancient energy grid connected to sacred sites worldwide. Some UFO researchers even claim these crystal formations could act as communication devices or energy sources for non-human intelligence. To date, no geological survey has verified the existence of giant hidden crystal chambers beneath Mount Shasta, but the Crystal City legend remains one of the mountain's most persistent mysteries. The forests surrounding Mount Shasta are considered one of the major hotspots for alleged Bigfoot sightings in North America. Witnesses over the decades have reported massive humanoid footprints, tall, hair-covered creatures moving silently through forests, deep vocalization and screams at night, unexplained knocking sounds in remote wilderness areas, and large shadow-like figures watching from tree lines. Some theories suggest Bigfoot may not be an undiscovered ape, but something far stranger. Certain paranormal researchers believe that Bigfoots may possess interdimensional abilities that allows this creature to appear and disappear suddenly. That they may exist partially outside normal physical reality, and they could be guardians connected to Mount Shasta's hidden civilization. Another legend involves a mysterious race of little people. Stories from regional folklore and later paranormal theories describe small humanoid beings approximately 3 to 4 feet, pale or earth-toned skin, large dark eyes, and reclusive underground lifestyle. Some versions of the legend claim these beings were ancient inhabitants of the region long before recorded history. Others believe they are connected to Lumaria, or hidden subterranean civilizations beneath the mountain. No verified evidence has confirmed the existence of either of these species. Yet, sightings continue to be reported around the Mount Shasta wilderness. The most controversial belief surrounding Mount Shasta is the idea that the mountain exists as a gateway between dimensions. According to this theory, reality contains layers beyond human perception. Human beings normally perceive only the three-dimensional physical world, and certain entities may exist in higher dimensional states, sometimes described as 5D beings. Believers claim these entities can shift between dimensions. They become visible or invisible at will. They can influence consciousness and perception. They can communicate telepathically, and they interact selectively with humans. Reports associated with this theory include transparent humanoid figures, missing time experiences, sudden silence in wilderness areas, objects appearing and disappearing, and witnesses feeling watched despite no visible presence. Some theorists claim the alleged Lumarians evolved beyond ordinary human existence and now reside within a higher dimensional reality connected to the mountain. The skeptics attribute these experiences to psychological suggestion, environmental stress, or misinterpretation of natural phenomenon. But for believers, Mount Shasta may be one of Earth's few intersections between dimensions. Mount Shasta has become one of the most famous UFO hotspots in the United States. I guess we could call it the new Area 51. Witnesses' reports span decades, and they include silent glowing orbs, disc-shaped craft, triangular objects, rapid aerial maneuvers, and lights entering and exiting the mountain itself. Some sightings have been photographed or recorded, though none have been conclusively verified as extraterrestrial craft. One persistent theory involves unusual cloud formations around the mountain. Visitors frequently observe lenticular clouds, circular or stacked cloud formations, or smooth hovering clouds that appear stationary for hours. Scientifically, lenticular clouds form naturally through airflow patterns over mountains. However, UFO theorists believe some clouds may act as camouflage for hidden craft. According to the theory, advanced aerial objects disguise themselves within cloud formations. The crafts allegedly enter or exit hidden openings within Mount Shasta. UFO activity increases during certain atmospheric conditions, and some witnesses claim to have observed glowing lights inside clouds before objects accelerated away at impossible speeds. No evidence has confirmed these claims, yet Mount Shasta remains deeply tied to UFO culture. Like many locations associated with UFO phenomenon, Mount Shasta has attracted speculation involving government secrecy. Conspiracy theories suggest federal agencies may have quietly monitored the region for decades, that geological surveys uncovered anomalies never released publicly, that military aircraft have allegedly been observed conducting unusual operations nearby, and that even intelligence agencies may have investigated reports of unexplained aerial phenomena. Some theorists connect Mount Shasta to broader UFO disclosure narratives involving underground bases, hidden technologies, extraterrestrial contact, and ancient non-human civilizations. No publicly available government documents have confirmed the existence of alien bases, underground civilizations, or dimensional portals beneath Mount Shasta. However, the mountain's remote geography and decades of paranormal reports continue to fuel that speculation. Today, Mount Shasta attracts climbers, spiritual seekers, UFO researchers, paranormal investigators, cryptid hunters, and tourists searching for answers. For some, the mountain is simply a beautiful, natural landmark shaped by folklore and imagination. For others, it may be one of the last unexplained places in America, a location where ancient myths, strange experiences, and unexplained phenomena converge. The truth behind Mount Shasta's mysteries remain uncertain, but perhaps the uncertainty is what keeps the legend alive, because in the shadow of the mountain, mystery still breathes today. This video was just a brief introduction to the mysteries of Mount Shasta. Part 1, we could call it. I do plan on getting into a deeper historical context video of Mount Shasta, because Mount Shasta was also a huge gold mining area. There's also an entire city buried under Mount Shasta Lake. And actually, now that the water is receding, the remnants of that town are being uncovered. There's the sinkhole, or what people refer to as the death hole, which hasn't been active in decades and is now active again. There's also the Mount Shasta hole, which people have been trying to get to the bottom of for decades. There's the Mount Shasta caverns, as well as the Mount Shasta volcano beds. There's also the Mount Shasta crystal caves. There's the strange planetary alignment of the stars at Mount Shasta. Now that we've done this brief little video as an introduction to the mysteries of Mount Shasta. In my next video, we'll dive a little bit deeper into the historical context. In that video, we'll be able to relate the historical context to the conspiracy theories and legends. This documentary-style work contains a mixture of publicly known history, folklore, spiritual belief, eyewitness accounts, speculative theories, paranormal claims, and conspiracy narratives associated with Mount Shasta. Many topics discussed, including Lumarian civilizations, underground crystal cities, interdimensional beings, UFOs, cryptids, and hidden government activity, are unverified. It should not be interpreted as established fact. The content is presented for entertainment and exploration of cultural mythology and modern paranormal theories. Scientific evidence supporting many of these claims is limited, disputed, or non-existent. Viewers are encouraged to approach all theories critically and conduct independent research into historical, scientific, and cultural sources. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Mysteries of Mount Shasta. I'll see you next time.